Hello, Sydney Beach Digger here. Today we will be looking at some ISO gear, which is a new type of fishing. It's been around. It's predominantly very fine tuning of floats and little accessories and things that go on the actual line. And the bait sits on the hook, which sits underneath one of these specialized floats. Now all these floats have got numbers on them. Well, this one doesn't, but here we go. It's got a 4.0, and this one has got a 3.0. So the numbers indicate the float weight, I'd say. There's a lot of little knickknacks here and little gadgets, little accessories here. You got cone stoppers and round stoppers, and here I think that's a line stopper. You got split shots. I'll just bring that a bit closer so we can see what's going on. Now with it's got little hooks, it's got lead weights here, it's got little swivels, it's got a lot of little knickknacks that actually fit, can be used in this type of fishing. It's a very finesse type of fishing, which requires good balance and adjustment of the hook and the floats that actually are used in these techniques. The burley is chucked out with a scoop. You can use bread or tuna, whatever you like, fish, you can use cat food or whatever you like, mixed in with bread and a bit of tuna oil, and then you flick it out and you cast. The idea is to cast the float with the bait in the vicinity where the burley is actually breaking up, so that when the fish come along, the actual bait is amongst the breakdown of the burley column in the water. Them seeing that floating in the water without much resistance actually attack the bait, and that's how you catch fish. It's a little bit different to salt water fishing with other floats. This is very fine tuned. You use different lines, different rods and different reels, so that way you can get everything specifically done to exact specifications of what type of fish you're going to go for, because different fish do require different size hooks, different strength line and all that type of arrangement. If you're going for brim or tailor or something like that, probably salmon, you can catch kingfish as well. It'll be a different setup than if you're going to go for groper or rockfish or stuff like that. But it's a very finesse type of fishing, and there's a few YouTube videos on how to set the gear up to actually fish like this. Now the rods are fairly long, they can go anything to 14 to 16 feet. The idea is to use the rod as a shock absorber to lift the fish out of the water and use the waves to actually bring it in. But the idea with these rods is they're very, very finicky, but they're very, very strong as well. So the tip will flex, the rod will bend over, but with a bit of care and a little bit of common sense, you can land that fish in with a long handled net. So there is a few specific items that you do need for this type of fishing. But as I said, these are available on eBay. They don't cost a lot, and as you can see, they're all together in one box with all the little compartments, and everything is ready. The other thing I'd like to show is all these hooks. Now there's about 500, 600 hooks here. They're they're pretty cheap, but they're good. They're good quality hooks, and they do work quite well. They're not very big though, but they're very, very sharp, as you can see. One is hanging off my finger here. They're very sharp, and they look fairly strong. There's one of them here. As you can see, it's extremely sharp here. With these hooks, they haven't got barbs at the back, but you can rig up a prawn quite successfully on this type of hook. Let's move these out of the way. They are a good size hook for a prawn, and you can put a worm on it as well, a prawn or a piece of fish, just a fillet, small fillet of fish, and they should work quite good. They are cheap, it didn't cost a lot, so if you lose a couple, it's not too much of a problem. And they go down to really small size. Now these are very small, as you can see. I'm not too sure what those hooks are used for, maybe for drama or something like that. And they go up in size, as you can see, but there's about 500-600 hooks here, which is pretty good for value for money. So you'd only take maybe 2 or 3, 4 of them, whatever. Or if you want, just take the whole box. It clips at the front here, and you got your hooks all together. But one important thing to do with fishing gear: when you finish, always wash your gear with fresh water, and that includes your soft plastics, your hard bodies, your hooks, your swivels, everything. Wash everything with fresh water and let it dry, or else they will rust. Okay, there's just a few tips I can give you about this type of fishing. I do like fishing, and I do like detecting. Now, don't let me choose which one I like best, because that's a hard one. But anyway, there's a bit of information on ISO fishing, and I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Please subscribe to my channel. This is Sydney Beach Digger, over and out. Thank you.